Ladies and gentlemen, what you gonna do, brother? Oh yeah! Woo! What? If you smell what the rock.
You got the wrong guy. I'm the dude, man.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Tonight, we find out who is the biggest hardcore of them all. When JT Cage, like it or not, my friend, goes one-on-one with the insane one, that being Slayer. Your thoughts, my friend?
Well, first of all, that's a lie. I've been saying this for weeks. I've been saying it since whenever that match is not happening.
Oh.
It's
Now,
advertised.
I did a video addressed to Dino Santa a couple of days ago, and I gave him 48 hours to rescind this match and telling him, don't make me do this. All right. So 48 hours is about to be up in just a few hours. This match isn't going to happen. Dino thinks like, oh, I'm going to just put you versus Slayer again. And he's trying to, whatever he's trying to do, break up the original family or what have you. No. So I'm warning him. Yes, he had 48 hours. Now we're at the 0 hour. So I'm telling you, I can almost guarantee this match will not take place. So there's nothing to talk about here with that.
Professor, your thoughts on what he just said?
I think that's very interesting because, as he mentions, and I did see the video that he mentioned, I also saw a video that Hat Guy put up today where Hat Guy indicates that, yes, the match is happening and that Hat Guy has a plan for that match. So right now,
Trust
it's
your
like
manager?
you and Hat are not on the same page here.
You know what? And I saw that video too. He tagged me in it and had some things to say and said, like, the match is happening. We're going to throw a fit about it, but it's going to happen. You're going to hear it here first. He's wrong.
Wow.
That guy is wrong.
Breaking news. Hat Guy and JT Cage, for the first time that I can ever remember, are not on the same page.
Not on the same page.
Now, don't get it twisted. Don't be like, oh, it's some dysfunction or anything. But right now, I mean, no, he's wrong about that. You know, I'm not going there to cry about having this match. I'm not afraid of Slayer. I'm not going to cry about it. I just don't want. You'll see.
Okay.
Like, the match isn't going to happen. I don't care what Hat is saying. You know, I mean, he can go ahead and say, oh, this match is definitely happening. We're going to cry about whatever. That's not the truth. That's not the truth. I've always stated the truth to you guys. I've always stated the facts.
At the end of this program, Keith, we will revisit what we just talked about, but let's go over the rest of the card. And for those of you who have never been and are watching and have never been to a 3WA show, tonight is the night you need to do that. All right. $15 gets you in the door, man. And these guys put their bodies on the line for your entertainment. There is 7 booked matches, but I hear there's a possibility for a couple more. My sources tell me. And you can't beat it. It's a great time. Great. Bring the kids. The kids have a good time chanting. Keith always brings his nieces and nephews. I'm bringing my stepson tonight. The house is going to be rocking. It's going to be fun. It always is a good time. Dino Santa puts on a great show. Even Cage has to admit that. And he might admit that, Keith, because normally he's part of the show. Will JT Cage take on Slayer? Will it happen? Will it not happen? That's a great, to me, that's worth the price of admission alone to see if that comes to fruition or not.
And if it does, it was a great match last month.
I mean, y'all can pay to go to the show, whatever, but I'm telling you, I'm not fighting my own brother again. So you talk about, there's 7 announced matches. No, there's 6. The other one is a lie. He's lying to you all.
Okay.
Hat's lying to you all. Dino's lying to you all.
Let's go through some of the matches.
The 6 matches.
Friend. Yeah, let's go through some of the matches.
In front of me here.
Yes, I do have it as well. Flash Carter takes on Cody Rhodes. I'm going to get each of your thoughts on that, starting with JT Cage. Flash Carter versus Cody Rhodes.
Well, you already know how I felt about Cody Rhodes. I finally got over that block by beating him a couple months ago. Flash Carter's an up-and-coming talent, young kid. He's been doing his thing in 3WA and other indie federations, and he hasn't crossed paths with me yet, but that's another story. But Cody can't take this lightly. Cody's a veteran, of 3WA. Flash Carter's an up-and-coming rookie, and Cody's been on a little bit of a losing streak, so to speak, and he probably should fight with everything he got.
In his defense, he's been taking on champions, and former champions, like in the form of Windthorpe III, in the form of Tony Batista. So, these are not exactly slouches he's losing to.
And me.
Well, and you.
But still, you're getting these title opportunities and you fail in that. So maybe he take a step back, reevaluate himself, and take it on someone by the likes of Flash Carter. But Flash Carter also has a lot to prove. He's got a lot of fire, and I'm sure he wants title shots.
Right.
So it's gonna be a good clash. Like, hey, these guys gonna step up and become contenders for championships? My championship, Batista's championship.
And Keith, these guys seem to be moving in different directions. Like, to me, and as a fan, I'm watching and I'm like, Flash Carter is on his way up, and Cody Rhodes is starting to slide down a little bit. You agree with that?
I do. I agree with both of you guys about that. Cody Rhodes has definitely had kind of a tale of two cities since ending his association with the Brickhouse Club. He's getting title shots, he's wrestling champions, he's wrestling former champions, and he's getting close. He's taking a lot of them to the limit. I don't want to make it sound like I'm not respecting his abilities, but he has not gotten the job done, as JT Cage has said. Flash Carter right now, he's on the rise. He's coming off a big win to end last year. I know I saw on social media today, he's looking forward to a big win to start the new year off. You got to believe the championship committee in 3WA is going to be watching this match, is going to be using it to make determinations about, worthiness of title shots of either competitor. I think this is one of those matches that people may look at on first glance and go, okay, that should be good. But I really think on second glance, you should look at it and say, this may say something about the trajectory of both men's careers in 3WA going forward.
Yep, it's do or die time for the both of them.
Flash Carter wins this match. To me, if I were his manager or if I was anybody that has any influence in 3WA, I think he'd be in line for the high impact title with Greg Manuel. That's me. And I would love to see that match. I would love to see Flash Carter versus the Mechanic one-on-one, because I think that'd be a great match.
Well, that assumes the Mechanic gets through his challenge tonight.
Well, that too, and we'll get to that in a minute. But we got a tag match with Theo Ivory returning Theo Ivory, and Wyndham James Winthrop III. Interesting team there. Versus Roadblock and Wolfman, which are two, icons in Quakertown 3WA action there. So, you got, contrast of styles there. Interesting pairing there. What do you think, Cage?
The icons. It was just like that whole, these two are icons. Go ahead, Keith. Icons. Please.
I have to say, Theo Ivory disappointed me a little bit on social media this week in that he said about his opponents, I get to beat up old men. Yeah,
he did say that.
You don't call your opponents old for a variety of reasons. I know that if we say the word respect to Theo Ivory, he will have to look it up in the dictionary. I understand that. But at the same token, okay, so they're old men. If they beat you, you got beat by a couple of old men. If you beat them, what did you really get out of it? You beat a couple of old men. That's a rookie mistake that I would have hoped that Theo would have known better than to do, but obviously we're here. As to the match itself, Roadblock and Wolfman have been up and down. Roadblock, obviously someone JT is very familiar with. from their wars last summer. And yes, in fairness, JT came out on top in both of those matches. But you cannot count out Roadblock. He's had some tough matches lately with boxing with Tyler Sims. Wolfman, always there. Cannot be counted out. I think Wolfman does a great job of psyching his opponents out, maybe making them think, yeah, he's a little older, he's a little slower. I can beat this guy, and then he surprises you. We know Wyndham Winthorpe. We know he's one of the dirtiest players in the game, rivaling Ric Flair, I think, in some of the dirty tactics that we've seen him do. I think you've got a really unpredictable match here, and I think you've got something that, again, is really going to say something towards the trajectory of all four of these men's careers. It feels a little thrown together, but at the same token, there's a lot of opportunity here. You know, we certainly don't see a lot of any of these four competitors in the tag division, but a real opportunity here with a win, maybe that solidifies one or both of these teams to try to challenge for the tag titles coming up later.
The fans will clearly be behind Roadblock and Wolfman.
Well,
go ahead.
My whole thing with this match, I mean, I've been in the ring with three out of the four people, being Roadblock, Wolfman, and I've been in the ring with Wyndham. You know, so I think I have the expertise to comment on this match better than you two, Jabroni. So let me speak on this. All right, Wyndham, I definitely know he's one of the dirtiest players in the game. I've played that game against him. You know, came this close twice. But I know he's cunning. I've taken some things away from our matches and applied it to myself. And look where I've gotten. You know, Wyndham, it's almost like Theo would be kind of like his protege a little bit. You got the two Brits. You know, it's called what it is. The Brits are coming. And I mean, Theo, if he wants a protege, I mean, he can't have mine. The original hack guy, let's be serious. Like, no. But Wyndham might be a good fit as a protege to help this kid come along. You know, as far as that goes. I mean, Theo Iverson, he just like Flash, is a up and coming newcomer, and Prince Shango. Well, what you got to say?
Ooh.
So he's an up and coming newcomer, and then
since we heard from Prince Shango there, Keith.
You got Roadblock, old blockhead, and the past few months, I mean, what road has he been blocking? He's always left in the ring lane. Am I right or wrong? Am I right? Am I stating these facts?
Yeah, no.
He's been laid out in the ring, whether it was me and the rest of the original family, whether it's who he just last fight, Vicious Van Valley. He laid out the dude, he lay on his back more than he be blocking any roads. You know, and and then you got Wolfman. Please, I should have retired him 2 years ago at the anniversary show. But as far as who I think is going to come out on top, definitely, I think it's going to be the Brits. I think they're going to be more hungry for it. Roadblock need to reassess himself. I'm sorry I had to send him on that trajectory. Like I will send Prince Shango on too, and he could be just like Roadblock and be going down the toilet. Man, I don't play games.
I'm not a game you want to play.
I don't play games. I just state facts.
All right. Anyway, let's move on because we're going to be here all day. Nico Gray was supposed to wrestle Philly Mike Swanson. I have heard that Philly Mike Swanson has double committed himself and probably won't be there tonight. So Nico Gray will be there.
Let me say that real quick. See, Philly Mike Swanson, he's the cause of all this Slayer mess. Because I was supposed to fight Philly Mike Swanson and then got rebooked to fight Slayer that first time in a surprise act by Dino. So now he's not going to show this time too. Man, get off.
So hopefully Nico Gray has an opponent, and hopefully
he does. He's fighting Slayer because I'm not.
Oh, well, we'll see about that.
I checked, you weren't the matchmaker.
So moving on, right? Correct. So moving on, we have the 3WA Extreme Champion Merrick Miami taking on one of his former trainers in the form of Evan Atlas. This is the third time these guys have met in the past 3 months, and you know, basically, and without pulling any punches and no disrespect intended to Mr. Miami, he seems to have kind of squirreled his way through the first two meetings, Keith.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, look, we saw it as clear as anybody. He has belt shotted Atlas to win the first fall, bottom line. I believe at the last show it was announced that this will be no disqualification tonight. I haven't seen that on the poster, so I'm not going to 100% say it's no disqualification. I will say if it is no disqualification, I know everybody's knee-jerk reaction is great. That takes away Miami's ability to, quickly steal a fall here. But at the same token, if it's no disqualification, Miami can just hit him with the belt again, and now Miami can score a fall. I don't know that no disqualification has actually taken care of the problem. I would hope that our referee tonight, knowing that Miami is so prone to use the title that way, will hopefully keep the title out of Miami's hands as best as he can. In a fair fight, I think Merrick Miami is talking big, and he's saying, the student has surpassed the teacher, but at the same token, I saw the fear in Merrick Miami's eyes. He is worried about Evan Atlas in a way that I haven't seen him worried about a lot of his other challengers. Third time could be the charm.
Sorry, I had a phone call come in. I'm a popular guy.
Refs are blind half the time, Prince John.
No, you're not wrong on that.
All right. So, to me, I have to predict. I have to go up and stick with the champ because, the whole Matt Cardona thing aside, Merrick Miami finds a way to win. He's a winner. Okay. Mm-hmm. He finds a way to win. All right. Let's be real. His claim to fame is that he beat Matt Cardona, who he worshipped. He was Broski of the week and all that kind of stuff. But let's be clear. I was ringside when that match happened. He low blowed Matt Cardona and got the win, but he low blowed him in order to do it.
He did. They always with him step for step.
My point is, he's a survivor. He's got championship advantage. He doesn't have to beat Evan Atlas. Evan Atlas has to beat him. Okay? So he will find a way to survive. He has been forever. I don't know how long now he's had that title, but he's had it long enough to have learned that these guys, he doesn't have to prove a thing. He's champ. They have to prove it to him. So even though he's against a trainer who might know his ins and outs and his counters and his moves and everything and might have taught him a lot of what he knows, my money's on the champ until he loses that title.
Man. Now, I was out in the crowd. I'm prone to, if I'm feeling up to it, sit amongst the fans and watch the main event of these shows. And
incognito, by the way, in the back where you belong.
Yeah, in the back. I don't want y'all. I didn't want to take away because I'm the most popular superstar in 3WA history. I don't want to take away from the match, so I sit in the back. God. So anyway,
this guy.
So these past two encounters these two have had, Miami getting DQ'd or whatever, he's trying to do. He did beat Cardona. We'll never hear the end of it. Might as well get it tattooed on his ass.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
But Evan Atlas, I think, is going to be smart enough to his tricks. He pulled off these tricks twice. If Evan Atlas is that dumb, that he's just that dumb, but to fall for it 3 times. Now, Miami put a video out saying, third time won't be a charm. It's going to be a bitch. Well, there it is. So, Evan, what you need to do is take notes for your last 2 matches, and see does he have any more tricks up his sleeve. So if you don't, then you might be walking away in the Extreme title. I might be hunting for you. But if Miami does it again and beat you again, you look like a fool, a goddamn fool.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 3WA heavyweight champion is chimed in. I don't know about that in reference to, I believe, my prediction that Merrick Miami is going to keep his title. I think Tony here is predicting Evan Atlas.
It sure sounds like it. And, let's not forget, Tony Batista and Merrick Miami have had words in the past. And if I'm Tony Batista, I'm absolutely keeping an eye on Merrick Miami because, champion or not, you have to believe Merrick Miami is making a credible case for himself to one of these days be standing opposite Tony Batista for the 3WA heavyweight championship.
Whoa. So I'm top liver? I am on an undefeated streak of 8 months and counting. I think I'm
Nope.
at
He says
260 something days as champion. I've been champion longer than Batista.
I've been corrected. Tony says nope. I was referring to Cage saying he's the most popular guy in 3WA. So he's saying,
Oh, those are facts, Tony.
well, no,
those are facts, Tony.
I think Tony. I think Tony is the most popular guy in 3WA.
Well, what he needs to realize, you know, I mean, he's got a tough match himself. What we were going to get into eventually.
We're going to get into that.
You know, but he got a tough match himself with someone that I've been known to associate with here and there, and Top Shelf Tyler Sims.
Oh boy,
he needs to be worried about keeping that strap because Top Shelf coming for that ass.
All right, JT Cage does comedy as well. I mean, I've seen him wrestle.
Oh, wow!
Oh, Prince Shanko.
You're more like boiled hot dog water. Liver is too expensive.
Liver,
because you call yourself top liver. What am I?
I'm the filet mignon.
Okay. And I respect Miami, but I train and fight harder than him. How about that?
Yeah, I mean, Tony's in great shape. You know what I mean? And he's having the run of his life right now. You know, and always improving. I
man's a champion here. The man's a champion elsewhere. So I mean, he's got a run going.
Yeah, I definitely got a run going. But I'm saying all good things do come to an end.
All right,
you know, and it's usually the ones that you be sleeping on that'll get you.
All right, so our next
schedule he keeps too is, you know, he runs himself very, very hard, and all it takes is 3 seconds. You just got to be 3 seconds off your game on that mat, and it can be all over.
That's it.
All right, so Ken Andrews has a golden opportunity tonight as well against the high impact champion Greg the Mechanic Manuel. I love that Keith and I have got to watch Greg evolve into what he's become. I've got to know his family too, the great people. They're very proud of him. They're at every match. They're right there in the front row. So shout out to them. Greg has come a long way, and he's had several successful title defenses against game opponents, including Ricky Reyes, who is, I mean, you know, Jesus, the guy is solid everywhere he goes. So I mean, that was a hell of a defense by Greg. But this one worries me for the first time, Keith. This title defense for Greg Manuel worries me in the form of Ken Andrews, because Ken Andrews is very unpredictable. And I just think that he's going to give everything that Greg can handle. What do you think?
Outside of Cortez Castro, Ricky Reyes, I think this is Greg Manuel's toughest title defense to date. I think Ken Andrews is a veteran who has forgotten more about professional wrestling than many will know. I think his psychology is excellent. He's a guy that, you know, will sometimes go in there and have a little bit of fun and throw his opponent off. But lately, there's been a switch that's been flipped in Ken Andrews. He's a lot more aggressive. He's a lot more dangerous. He doesn't seem to care about his opponent or what people think of him. I think Ken Andrews has a definite chip on his shoulder. I think he's got something to prove. And if Greg's not at the top of his game tonight, I think, unfortunately, Ken Andrews is going to prove it at Greg's expense.
Cage, who wins this match and why?
Believe it or not, I agree with you both. This is going to be Greg Manuel's toughest opponent and Ken Andrews. And Ken Andrews, again, I mean, there's a lot of matches on this card where it's veteran versus like newcomer, you know. I hate to say the word rookie, but like, you know, newcomers to 3WA.
Right.
You know, they may have had, you know, accomplishment in other federations or whatever, but they're at least newer to 3WA, I should say. There's a lot of matches like that on this card. And this is one I'm looking forward to seeing, because I'll be the whole time sitting in the crowd with you guys. I'm not wrestling tonight.
Are you injured?
Oh no, I'm just not doing that match that they're trying to get me to do. That's all that is. I'm not doing it. So well, I mean,
don't sit
I'll be maybe sitting right beside you guys.
I don't want your bullshit to rub off on me. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm probably gonna be with you guys watching this match. And
I'm in the front row. Go sit in the corner somewhere.
I'll take your seat. But I'm gonna go with Ken Andrews. I think Ken Andrews is going to be the new high impact champion. Greg Manuel, he wasn't at the last show. I don't know if because of injury or what have you, Well, who knows?
Yeah,
Maybe
he
he
was
lost a
hurt.
step.
He was hurt. That is true.
Yeah,
I know
maybe he
that
lost
for
a
a fact.
step in that time, or he could have been drinking. I don't know what he does. I don't worry about mechanics. You know what I mean? My car running fine. You know, I mean, I'm my car good. I don't need to worry about no mechanics.
Oh my God! All right.
You know, Ken Andrews is someone I've always wanted to, but I haven't yet. We've never crossed paths, believe it or not. We've never.
Well, good luck with that.
And but Ken Andrews, I see what he can do, and he's very.
JT, are you hurt?
I think he meant hurt.
Hurt. Yeah.
Am I hurt?
I think he meant hurt.
No, I'm not hurt. They just want me to fight my brother again for no damn reason, and I'm declining the match. I'm not having that match.
Tell you something.
I'm not
JT.
defending my championship
Let me tell you
again.
something. All right, we're gonna get into this a little bit later because we got a couple more matches to go through.
I know I'm not the one.
Slayer,
I'm trying to talk about Ken Andrews. I'm trying to talk about these car fixer uppers.
I need to mute you. I don't want to mute you, so don't make me do that.
I didn't do it.
I don't. So let's listen to me, all right? As a fan, let's listen to me. All right. As a fan, the fans want to see this match. Number one. Number two, Slayer deserves that shot. And if he's your brother, as you just called him, why would you not give him that shot?
Brother's fine.
And if you're so damn good, you'll overcome it anyway. So what the hell's the difference?
He is trying. Dino Santa is trying to rip this family apart. Him and Hack have been feuding for over 20 plus years.
Nico,
and now they're trying to get me involved in their mess at their expense for their gain. You know, now it's not really Hack's fault. You know, he's just a pawn in this too, just like I am. But Dino finally found a master plan to try to break up the original family.
I don't know.
That by putting us against each other, making us fight. And as far as Slayer deserving a shot, first of all, the man can't comprehend what a title is. He doesn't understand championships. He's a beast.
He's a maniac. Last show, and he knew exactly what he was looking at.
He ain't know what he was looking. He was looking at his reflection, and then I had to knock it out of his hand.
You know, Santa need to do the right thing. There you go.
I'm not doing the match. You have
and let me.
First of all, and that's the thing too. We already did this battle. We did this dance already. You know, and he couldn't get the job done.
Right.
As I recall, Hat Guy threw the towel in. I don't recall you pinning him. I don't recall you decisively defeating him.
So basically,
you were mutual manager deciding to end it.
Right.
He didn't throw it in for me.
He threw it in
I
for
assure you, it wasn't for me.
Because you were destroying him so badly?
We both went through a table from the second rope or top rope, whatever, and I was about to make my move.
So you were.
I got told by the ref, "No, JT, chill, stay down because the match is over."
So you're saying,
okay, let me catch my breath.
Hack Guy did it to save you both, is what you're saying.
Or maybe did I compassion? He didn't want to see us destroy each other, and this is what they want. This is what you guys all want. This is what Dino Santa wants. Well, he wants us to destroy each other.
Because we pay.
I'm taking a stand
to see you to defend your hardcore title. We pay money to see that happen, and.
Then give me someone else. Give me Nico Gray. It's not that I'm afraid to defend my hardcore championship that I so
very happy to take that.
8 months strong.
And I mean, you know, he's a crazy bastard from Birdsboro. He might be all you can handle.
Like, give me somebody else. Well, why I gotta fight my brother again? How is that? This is so insensitive.
How about a triple threat?
You're breaking families apart, Dino.
Pray to God that Dino Sano doesn't make it a triple threat, because JT, I do need an opponent tonight.
Then you can have Slayer, because I'm not doing it. I'll fight somebody. Like, I'm not fighting my brother again like that. Did you not see what we did to each other last time?
Yes, we did. Let's move on. That's why the fans want to see more of it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. There is a ladies match tonight, Keith. A triple threat, as a matter of fact. When Riley Crow takes on Francesca and Izzy McCoy. Interesting grouping there between the three of them. Last month, Francesca gave Izzy McCoy all she can handle. I was impressed with Francesca. Francesca's a smaller lady, and I didn't think she had it in her what she did. But she looked, you know, I just thought she was just a valet. But, man, when she got in the ring, not only does she know what she's doing, but she gave Izzy all she can handle. Now, the three of them, I've never seen Riley compete. So this is going to be interesting to see her compete and to see the three ladies compete together. And believe me, the fans have been wanting at least one ladies match per show. And for months and months and months, we got no ladies matches. Now, all of a sudden, 3 months in a row now, we got a ladies match. So this is cool. My money is on Izzy McCoy. She's just the bigger and the stronger of the three. But again, I don't know much about Riley. Maybe JT Cage knows more about Riley. I don't know.
Well, I'm going to correct you again. You said there's been months without ladies matches. Whenever Roadblock and Brickhouse out there, that's the ladies match right there. So stop lying to these people.
I'm not going to disagree with that.
Now,
You're going to get heat again.
shout out to Brickhouse. I had to bring him in. You think I was going to go this whole podcast and I'll bring it up Brickhouse?
It's been fun, boys. See you tonight. Just want to pop in and say hi, but I will be listening. All right.
We appreciate that, Nico.
Thanks for chiming in, Nico.
So, but back onto the topic at hand, triple threat. No, I haven't seen Riley Crow wrestle before in person. I've heard lots about her. I heard the girl could go. Izzy McCoy, I know what she can do out there. We've even trained together.
Yeah.
And as far as Francesca, I've seen her stuff on YouTube and different times. Tony Cheney is, posting about the La Familia, and I know what she can do out there. And I've seen her in person wrestle. She's wrestled in 3WA before about a year ago.
Yeah.
I think against Izzy McCoy, if I'm not correct, and I think she won. So my money's gonna be on Francesca.
Well, that was when Izzy was rather green, right? I mean, that was like one of Izzy's first matches a year ago.
In 3WA, I wouldn't say she's green.
No, anywhere. And now she's got a year under her belt now, where she's kind of gotten a little bit better.
Who, Izzy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Izzy's
Izzy's been around for as long as I've been around in 3WA. She's been around for about maybe longer actually than me. Yeah, she's been around, but she was sparingly. She's been around, but then she might not be there for like a year, but she pops in and out here and there. It seems like she's going to be there more regularly, which is cool. She's a tough redneck chick, they call her, and
tough redneck chick.
I just think Francesca under the tutelage of Tony Cheney, and who knows, Tony Cheney might even be out there with her, and throw some, do some things. So my money's going to be on Francesca. I mean, I don't know Callie Rowe that right. There's no knock on Callie Rowe, but I'm just saying Francesca's gonna get it. So
okay.
I'm sorry, y'all got me all flustered with this other stuff, but go ahead.
We'll talk. Wait. We'll get back to that. All right. So the 3WA Tag Team Champions, who will be on this program tomorrow. We are interviewing them tonight live, and we are recording it, and I will release it tomorrow morning. That being said, the 3WA Tag Team Champions, Dog Nation, are defending in a rematch from last month against Suicide Myers and Tony Cheney. Holy cow. They gave them everything that they could handle last month. And the match ended in a, no non-finish kind of thing. The champs escape with their lives. I think that this is the biggest, if not the most dangerous test for the champs. What say you, Professor?
At the risk of offending our guests, I smell title change. I think Myers and Cheney obviously came out of nowhere on them last month. Yes, Dog Nation has had a month to be able to study the tape of that match, try to figure out what to do differently. But if Cheney and Myers come out with that energy again that they had last month, I really do think we could see new tag team champions at this point. Absolutely. Dog Nation, this is their biggest test.
Dog Nation getting a stamp of approval by the champ. Dog Nation is probably my favorite tag team right now. They're mine too. Okay.
They're great. And I'm not saying they're not.
Indie, all these, I mean, they make their rounds. They're in SWO. They're all over the place. They're in Jersey. They're up in Berwick a lot. They're all over the tri-state area. And let me tell you what, these guys, if they keep working on their craft, and I'm not disrespecting anybody that works with them, if they keep working off their craft and they keep doing what they do, they just have an it factor, Keith. I can see them in AEW. I can see them on TV getting in the ring and talking smack to these other tag teams that have been doing it forever. I could see that happening for them.
Anybody's tag division is stronger to have Dog Nation in it. I agree with that. I believe in that.
Unbelievable. And Sage Matthews Sage Matthews just, and listen, Allen just won, full disclosure, Allen just won a singles title himself last week. So, I mean, Allen's come a long way. Sage was already there maybe a year ago, but now Allen's kind of caught up to him now. And now, whether it's singles or whether it's together, these guys have a future in this business, and that's 40 years of opinion. That's just me talking. What do you think of Dog Nation, JT Cage? I'm interested to find out.
Well, I'm going to actually do something surprising and agree that with Batista, actually, Dog Nation I love watching their matches. They're probably one of my favorite tag teams out there right now, and they get the job done. I know you kind of hinted at it, but I'm gonna knock the forbidden door wide open. Alan Clayball, Top Dog, just became the SWO Unlimited Champion, which is their highest title. It's their world championship. It's their heavyweight
world
championship.
Title.
He just cashed in on, I forget what they call that. He won a contract that he can get a title shot anytime, anywhere.
It's the SWO version of Money in the Bank.
Yeah, he beat Wolfman.
He beat
and Prince Piranha.
Yep.
And hell of a match. I've seen it, and not live.
I saw it on YouTube.
But yeah, I mean, kudos to him.
Shout out to Alan Clayball, baby, SWO champ.
Yeah, kudos to him. Congratulations. But now you're coming back to the 3WA, so get your ass focused on back to your tag titles because Suicide Myers, the Living Horror, and Tony Cini is coming for you.
Beast.
And again, me sitting in that crowd because I got nothing else to do because I don't have a match. I'm going to be there watching this match, as a fan.
My stepson's a huge fan of Suicide Myers.
Oh, I thought of me.
Huge.
Okay.
The guy walked out. He says, "Dad, that guy is huge. He is a powerhouse, but he can move around the ring with anybody." And with Tony Cini, Keith alluded to this to me earlier this week. I think he said they have an X-Pac and Kane vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that worked. That worked because you have the high flyer, the guy who can move around a lot quicker guy, and then you have the powerhouse.
Yeah, and I think Dog Nation was kind of taken aback by that.
I mean, Suicide Myers could probably destroy Dog Nation on his own. But I'm just saying, I think it's going to be fun. Last month, it was my favorite match. Dog Nation versus these two guys last month was my favorite match. The crowd was in it. There was chants going on. There was a "This is awesome" chant during that match. My son was up on it, standing on his feet, yelling. My stepson was yelling and screaming. He had a ball during that match. He was totally involved. And Dog Nation is the ultimate heels. They're so good at pissing off the crowd.
Oh, even those horrible gold ring jackets they wore. So good.
I love it. I love their whole shtick.
What are you, fashion police? Oh, the horrible gold jackets. Who cares? They go in there and they kick ass.
We are going to talk to them one-on-one tonight at 5 p.m. One-on-one tonight about their careers, where they've been, where they're heading, and I can't wait for that conversation tonight, and I will air it tomorrow. First thing tomorrow morning, so everybody within the sound of my voice can watch that interview, because we are not going to be live like we are right now. It's going to be recorded.
Lucky them. They don't got to sit here and get ridiculed by fans and other wrestlers like I do.
Classic Johnny Potter in the house. What's up, guys?
What's up, Classic?
Classic Johnny Potter. All right, guys, let's get to our next match, and that being the World Heavyweight Championship, where Tony Batista defends against Top Shelf Tyler Sims. Cage, what do you think of this match?
Well, my thoughts on this is this. Tony Batista has been on a streak. He has been going through everybody. Not me, because you're lucky we haven't crossed paths, but he's been through everybody else.
Maybe you're lucky that you haven't crossed paths with Tyler Sims.
So he's motivated. He's a double champion, a champion in another federation, a champion here. Stays in great shape. I see on his Instagram, he's posting when he's at the gym. He's always in the ring training. He's a good champion. You know, it's yet to be seen if he's a great champion, but a good champion. You know, and you got top shelf Tyler Sims, who's a former world champion.
Mm-hmm.
I think a former tag champion.
Veteran.
He's won a few titles throughout his illustrious career. He's a veteran of veterans. He's been around 3WA for years and years and years and years and years and years and years. You know what I mean? You know, and people, and he's very cunning. He knows how to get the check. You see what happened with Roadblock. You know, we got paid a good sum of money to make sure that happened. You know what I mean? But this time I got my own things to worry about, so he ain't got to worry about me. But I think it's time for a new champion. I think Top Shelf is going to prove why he's Top Shelf, and he's going to beat Batista.
He's a dinosaur.
That means he's a dinosaur.
Leave it to
Top Shelf.
Yeah, leave it to classic.
I'm just saying he's a veteran. He's been around for a while. I didn't say he's a dinosaur. That would put words in my mouth. Cause controversy, like nah.
All right, Keith, your thoughts on the main event?
I mean, it's going to be a tough test for Tony. You know, Tyler's had a very interesting few months. Certainly, he's not a guy I would want to turn my back on. Just ask his tag partner. So, you know, Tony should definitely not take Tyler lightly. Like I say, he's been on a bit of a win streak lately. As JT has pointed out, a champion both in 3WA in the past, a champion elsewhere. Definitely going to be a tough test for Tony. And the other thing I would have to wonder about too, of course, as JT alluded to, there is that association with the original family. There is that association with Hat Guy. Now, JT is saying he will not be involved. What about Hat Guy, though? Will Hat Guy similarly not be involved in this match at all?
Look, we got our own matters to worry about. You know, like we don't got time for this. We don't. Top Shelf could beat him on his own. He doesn't need us.
Okay.
He's not going to call him Top Shelf, not Bottom Shelf, not Dollar Store. Top Shelf. Who you calling? What's he doing?
I just want to show you this. Can you see that?
Now you done it.
Now,
no, I'm not going to freak out. I'm not going to freak out because you know what? There's nothing to freak out about.
Okay.
I done told you. I done told the world. I done told Dino. And I'm going to tell Hat Guy. Do not make me do this. I am not going to fight my own brother. I am not going to put my body on the line against that maniac again. It's not that I'm afraid of him. It's not that at all. I'm just saying it shouldn't happen. You guys all consider yourselves angels out there, and you're talking about how, you know, we just got through the holidays, your Thanksgivings, your Christmases, your New Year's. We're supposed to bring families together.
Merry Christmas.
Then why are all of you trying to tear this family apart? Answer me that.
Dino, that's not me.
You want to wave the photo? Go ahead, wave it again. Wave it all
because it's advertised.
I don't care what is advertised. I'm telling you this. I'll tell you what, exclusive. When I get there, I'm going to confront Dino Santa, and I'm going to tell him his 48 hours is up, and I want an answer if this match is off, and you give me somebody else.
Well, here's the thing. How do you think that's going to work when Dino Santa will say, do you want to get paid tonight? Then you're going to wrestle who I want you to wrestle and who the fans want you to wrestle. And then what do? You're going to forfeit the title so you don't have to wrestle Slayer?
Do not force my hand. Do not force my hand into doing this. I'm telling you, it's not going to benefit anybody. Anybody. It's not going to benefit Dino. It's not going to benefit the original family. It's not going to benefit Slayer. It's not going to benefit any of you out there. It's not going to benefit the wives and the children of Quakertown. It doesn't benefit nobody.
I disagree.
So why have it?
I disagree.
I have been the 3WA hardcore champion, second longest hardcore champion in history. 8 months. And whether you like it or not, I've defended that title against anybody that Dino or anyone that stepped up has thrown at me.
Except Slayer.
And I did it with pride. You cannot take that from me.
As to why you're backing down from this challenge, because I've not seen you back down from any other challenge. You're right. You're right. I mean, let's be fair and let's call things how they are. You have been a fighting champion. People can disagree with your methods. People can disagree with your association with Hat Guy. They can disagree with things you say. That's fine. What they can't disagree with is that you're right. You have been a fighting hardcore champion. You have been the hardcore champion for 8 months. You've had great matches. You've had great title defenses. You guys put the Colt to bed. We haven't seen the Colt since you and the original family got done with them. You know, you put them to bed. So that's why I think in some respects, and you're right, I'm sure there are fans out there that want to see you wrestle Slayer because they want to see the original family torn apart. But I don't think that's every fan. I think some fans are looking at this and saying, I want to see a great match between two of the top hardcore guys in the company to see who's the lord of the hardcores, and they're baffled as to why you're changing your stance, which has been, I'll fight anyone, I'll take on any challenge, and now you're sitting here and you're saying, I'm not going to do it under any circumstances. If Dino finds you, you're not going to do it. If Dino suspends you, you're not going to do it. If Dino asks you to forfeit the title, you're saying you're not going to do it. And I think that's baffling to parts of the audience here, given that you have been such a fighting champion.
See, the JT Cage that I have seen over the past year would take a freaking kendo stick to that lunatic's head and pin him and be done with this whole damn thing. So the fact that you're running scared really, really disappoints me.
I am not running scared.
Okay.
And on another note, someone stole my damn kendo stick last show. So that's how.
Okay.
I am not scared of Slayer. I have my reasons that I don't want to have this match. I mean, I'll tell you, I mean, we've had this match already, first of all. Over and done with. Should be next opponent. But no, you want me to bring it back. All right. That match has changed a few things in the family behind the scenes that you guys don't even know about or privileged enough to see. As you can see, I did a video explaining how I'm not doing this match. And as you can see, Hat Guy decides to know how to work a phone finally and posted a video himself. Stating that I am having the match. And let's see, we're ever since that last match and this match has been announced, even I'll say exclusive here on Around the Turnbuckle, Hat and I haven't really been seeing a lot eye to eye on this matter. Wow. It's tearing the family apart. I'm not angry at Hat, but at the same time, there's things I don't get, like why when I telling him to give me my kendo stick, he wouldn't give it to me, but then Slayer got it off him easily, and I get bashed in the back with it. Why that happened? You know, there's things.
Fair point.
It's not like I don't watch and see what happens. Instead of Hat just being like, okay, you guys duke it out, brotherly love, why was he kind of like one-sided about it?
It's a great
now
question.
He tells me that no, he didn't want either one of us destroying each other because he loves us both as a brother, you know. And but at the same time, I'm trying to defend myself from this lunatic, and you can't give me my weapon of choice, which is now gone mysteriously all of a sudden. You know, Hat, you and if you're watching this, you know, that was mistake one. And then I'm telling you to do something about this match, and I'm calling you, and I'm like, hey, you need to talk to Dino, and you guys need to iron it out, whatever you guys have been feuding with for 20 plus years, because now it's affected my life. And you're saying nothing can be done about it. And you're going to put this video saying nothing can be done about it. And basically we're having this match regardless. No. So I'm going to get there. I'm going to do something about it. You can think this match is going to happen. You can think that I'm going to defend my 3WA Hardcore Championship against my brother again for the second time.
Right.
But you got another thing coming. And if Dino decides he wants to find me suspend me. Now, Keith, this is where you were wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I just said I'm going to confront Dino about it, about this situation, that this match is going to happen. I'm sure I'll be very convincing when I get there. But I'm damn sure I ain't forfeiting the title either.
Wow.
I'm just saying simply, don't make me do this.
Okay.
But I'll ask you, because Dino does have the right as the president to ask you to forfeit the title if you refuse the defense. If he asks you to forfeit the title, are you willing to forfeit the title just to not have this match?
I guess we're going to have to see tonight. I guess
we will.
that's my answer for you. I guess we'll have to see.
That's a great answer.
Tonight.
All right. If you want to see all this, everything we've talked about, the entire card, and you
how could
are,
they not?
huh?
And how could they not?
And how could they not?
this
Exactly. If you want to see this, get your asses down to Quakertown. Get your asses to the Q Mart. $15 gets you in the door, $20 ringside. It's a good time for the kids, man. The doors open at 6 o'clock. The bell time's at 6:30, maybe 7. And you will see all the matches that we talked about and much, much more. It's always a good time. Interaction. There's always a intermission about halfway through the show where you can meet the wrestlers and the guys. You can get autographs. You can get merchandise. You can get all that cool stuff too. And yes, JT Cage will be there whether he likes it or not. And yes, Keith and I will be there as well. So come hang out with us. Come and say hi. I love when you guys come and say hi to me. Everybody that watches this show and they come and they say hi and they ask me who's going to be on the show coming up. You know, I love that. I love that interaction. So by all means, come and harass me. Come and harass the professor. We are always open for that.
We can't do this without you guys.
Classic Johnny Potter. All right, I see that you're watching, and you know I hope we see you in the crowd tonight. It's
Absolutely.
always fun. It's always a fun time to chat up some wrestling with Classic Johnny Potter. As for this card, 3WA always puts on a great show. That's one thing JT Cage cannot disagree with. So if you're within the sound of my voice and you live in this area, Allentown area, Jersey, Peaburg, Easton, Quakertown area, get your asses to Q Mart tonight because you're going to have a great time. The house will be jumping. You'll have a great time. The kids will have a great time. They started serving like hot dogs and soda and popcorn and stuff like that in the corner the past few shows. So there's always that. You have a great time. For very little money, these guys put their bodies on the line for your entertainment. And to me, I have more fun in this intimate crowd of the 3WA faithful, Keith, than any WWE show I've ever been to because I just feel like I'm up in the rafters somewhere, you know, not that I've ever sat ringside because I did sit ringside for SummerSlam 97. But what I'm saying is that I feel more at home with those 3WA faithful down in Quakertown than any WWE show or WCW show for that matter that I've ever been to. And that's saying something. Support your local wrestlers. Come on down and enjoy yourselves. You will not be disappointed, I promise. I done talked enough. Cage, right, Cage, you got any final thoughts, sir?
No, you guys close the show.
Oh, wow. All right, Keith, you got any parting gifts?
Again, I just got to say, folks, come on down to Quakertown. Everything Alan said is correct. I have not had experiences like I have at 3WA, with CCW, with the Dungeon, all of our local independents that have been nice enough to invite us out to work with us to say, hey, come check out our shows, whose wrestlers come on and donate their time to us. The only feeling that's close to that I've ever gotten is at ECW shows. It is an audience of love. It is folks that love watching these performers. They love getting together once a month to be able to share the experience.
I look forward to it, man. It's therapeutic. Everybody has a good time.
It is. And I mean, tonight, you know, you've got a great card. You've got what is going to happen with JT Cage, with the original Hat Guy, with the family. obviously not on the same page right
Not
now.
stirring the pot. You're
Obviously,
stirring the
them
pot.
switching- Well, I'm not doing anything. I don't know what
You're
you're talking
going to infuriate him again. He's
about.
already left the building. Stop
Well, that's-
infuriating JT Cage. All right.
You
Anyway,
didn't see this.
that being said, I hope to see you guys down there. We're gonna have a good time. Dog Nation interview tonight, and we will air it tomorrow. So Dog Nation will be on Around the Turnbuckle tomorrow. Not live. Sorry about that, but I mean we're just gonna finally. This interview has been a long time coming. These guys are going places, and damn it, if Keith and I haven't tried to have this interview for months and months and months, and we finally got them to commit to show up at the show early so that we can get it done tonight, record the interview, and I will air it tomorrow morning for all your viewing pleasure. In the meantime, I hope to see you all down in Quakertown on the Big Albowski. He's Professor Keith. He's the 3WA hardcore champion, Mr. Invisible JT Cage. And we'll see you guys tonight in Quakertown.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you gonna do, brother? Oh yeah! Woo! What? What? If you smell what the rock